Hello, who is here? Hello, who is here? Hello, everybody. Hello. May I see who is here? Hello. Who is here? Hello from Istanbul. I am waiting for people to come. Let's see who is here. Hello from Istanbul. Welcome. Welcome everybody, Istanbul. We are in the old city. I can see actually everybody outside has to put mask on. So go live with Sandra. Hello Sandra. How are you? It's nice to see you here. I wave it to Sandra. Hello everybody. So I am waiting one by one so we can be all of us together, but I can actually start talking a little bit about Istanbul. Even it's a bit of pandemic, we have got quite a lot of tourists around here. Behind me I can see the tourist groups and the tour guides are giving information. Okay, let me talk about a little bit about Istanbul. Istanbul is the biggest city in Turkey, but not the capital. Many people, I should rotate the screen, okay. Here, yes, we are here, 20 people. How is it now? Hi guys. How is it now? Is the views okay? Is it okay now? Okay, now I was going to talk about Istanbul a little bit. Istanbul is, by the way, I can talk. Istanbul is the biggest city in Turkey, but it is not capital. It is the biggest city. Capital is Ankara, and Istanbul is the financial center of Turkey. And it is nearly 20 million people in Istanbul. And city is divided in two parts, like Turkey as a country. One part of Istanbul or Turkey is in Asian side. Other part of the Turkey, Istanbul, is in European side. And majority of the people live in Asian side. Asian side is more residential, and European side is more commercial. And between Asia and Europe, Bosphorus, one stretch of the water, separate the city in two parts. And it is surrounded with the water and a beautiful city. Like we have got the Bosphorus, Marmara Sea around Istanbul, Black Sea, and it's a really beautiful city. Paul, hello. Hi Mayra. Abdullah, hello. Sienna. Now we start our tour in the old city, ancient Constantinople, and the city center of Ottoman Turkish Empire, basically. We are in old city, center of the capital of Ottoman Empire, in the Hippodrome area. At the moment we are in Hippodrome, and this is behind me is German fountain. German fountain, you can see behind me, was a gift from German King Wilhelm II. Wilhelm II in 1910 came to Ottoman Empire and wanted to Germany, they wanted to build the railway, and they came with the railway project, and Ottoman Turkish Empire accepted this project, and they built most of the railways. It was going to start from here Istanbul till Baghdad and connect with the British Indian Railway till the Hijaz actually. And you can see, actually maybe if I can show you, I would like to show opposite, okay, here. There is a, in the dome, it's a beautiful, I can do it actually, yes. There is the monogram of the Wilhelm and the monogram of the Ottoman Sultan. And let me rotate so I can show you. Better to turn the camera to the object. Yes, of course. I am going to do it now. Katya, you're right. Okay, let me show you like this. Okay. And this is, we see the, in the dome, we see the monograms of the Wilhelm II, golden on blue. It's the monogram of the Wilhelm II. And like this. And this one. And on the other side, we can see the monogram of the Ottoman Sultan. This one, this is the on the left side is the monogram of the Ottoman Sultan. Now, I would like to show you the hippodrome. Hippo in Greek, Byzantine time. This was a place where they had the chariot races, basically, but nothing left. On the left side of me, we see the Blue Mosque behind the tree. And on the right side, we see all other historical buildings. All these buildings on the right and left side, they were built on the ruins of Hippodrome. If we do an excavation here, we can see the archaeological ruins of Hippodrome. Hippo means horse, dromos means track, where they had chariot races, but nothing left. Now I am walking towards the Egyptian obelisk in front of us. Egyptian obelisk, obviously it is from Egypt. It used to be in front of Karnak temple in Luxor. And when Constantine decided to make the Constantinople capital of Roman Empire, because Roman Empire was getting bigger and bigger, and instead of ruling all the Roman Empire from Rome, they decided to make the Constantinople capital of Roman Empire. And Constantine, to decorate his new capital, they decided to collect all nice piece of arts around the empire, and this obelisk was in front of Karnak temple. They brought it here to decorate the Constantinople hippodrome on that time. Would you like me to switch the camera? Katya says you can switch a camera. Super. Okay, I did already. Now I will go to Blue Mosque, but we are not going to go inside the Blue Mosque, because inside the Blue Mosque there is a restoration. There's a big renovation, and after the pandemic, everything is getting back to old times slowly. We have got quite a lot. Lots of tourists actually. I seen lots of groups. It's a good news. And this is Blue Mosque, like many other mosques, imperial mosque. It was built as a complex. They used to provide health service with a hospital, soup house for the poor people, and the madrasa. Madrasa was a school on that time in Ottoman Turkish Empire for the educations of the children. There's a big restoration in the Blue Mosque. I will go to the courtyard and show you the courtyard. Inside, Blue Mosque is called Blue Mosque because of the blue and white tiles used inside the mosque. However, today majority of them are closed. The tiles, we don't get to see them because of the renovation. Hello, greetings from Chios Islands. It's very nice to see you here, my Greek friends. Agency, yes. I try to read the Greek. Your name is written Greek, but I had a lesson. Chronotantia. It's very nice to see you here. Thanks for coming. Hello, John. Istanbul is an old city, of course. It goes nearly 8,000 before Christ from the. Yes, this is the entrance. And just a minute. I am going to take out my scarf because we need a scarf to enter the inside. I am planning to show you just the courtyard because inside there is a renovation. Okay. We are entering a mosque. Hello Ergun abi. Nice to see you here. Hello Diane. Nice to see you here. Thanks for coming. Yes, we are entering the Blue Mosque. Like this. There's a lot of noise of the renovation work. As you see, Blue Mosque is the most famous mosque in Turkey. It is in the middle of the Sultanahmet. It's the courtyard. It is typical style of Turkish mosque. You can see in many imperial Ottoman mosque with the courtyard. It was built for people when it is prayer time. If it was summer, people always pray outside in this courtyard. And this is called Shadırvan. Shadırvan is always you can find in the courtyard of the mosques for people to get ablution. Ablution. Now they don't use it, but they don't want to remove it because it's historical and pretty. Now people do the ablution outside. This is the entrance, and this is typical of the Turkish mosque. You can always see the minarets and the dome. Minarets were built. Now I am leaving here quickly because in a short time I want to show lots of different things. There are more things to see. I am getting out. There's a noisy. Yes, I am going to Hagia Sophia now. Hagia Sophia is a beautiful view from here actually. When we come out, we can see the Hagia Sophia. I am walking towards Hagia Sophia, but because of the sunlight, you don't get to see now. But the more I am walking down, you will see it better. Oh, Hagia Sophia is in front of us. Lamiha. Hello, Lamiha. Nice to see you here. Thanks for coming. So, Blue Mosque was built by a Sultan called Sultan Ahmet. The real name of the mosque is Sultan Ahmet, but because of the blue and white tiles inside, always it is called Blue Mosque. Sultan Ahmet is one of the sultan we had in 600 years. In Ottoman time, we have got 36 sultans in total. And in tradition, lots of sultans, if they go to war, when they come back from a war, they used to build a mosque with their name. There are lots of mosques from Ottoman time with the names of the sultans. Sultan Ahmet Mosque, Sultan Mehmet Mosque, Sultan Beyazıt Mosque. Sultan Ahmet is one of those sultans. I know we see Hagia Sophia. I am going to tell you about Hagia Sophia later. I want to finish Blue Mosque first. So on the left side, we see the madrasa. Madrasa are the schools in the Ottoman time. Children used to come here for education, They used to learn Islam together with the astrology, physics, mathematics, everything. Schools, today's modern schools used to be madrasa in Ottoman time inside the mosques with a good education. And Blue Mosque is behind me. Now coming out of the Blue Mosque. So I would like to tell you a little bit more about the Sultan Ahmet. Yes, I was saying all the sultans, if they go to war, when they come back, they used to build a mosque with the money from the war. They say, the story says, Sultan Ahmet was the only sultan. He built this mosque with the money from the treasury, with the tax of the people. That's why public protested. And they say many years, nobody wanted to come to a mosque. And also, you see, when we look at the mosque, there are 6 minarets, however, 2 of them under restoration. If you see a mosque in Istanbul with only 1 minaret, it means it's a local mosque. It was built by someone local. If you see 2 minarets, it means it was built by one family member of the Sultan. It could be mother and daughter and son, and has got usually name of those people. But if you see more than 2 minarets, like that one, it means it was an imperial mosque. It was built by a sultan and usually has got name of that sultan. Now I have got a very strong sun. I am trying to see if he wrote something. Yes, it says Ayasofya. Yes, now we are going to Ayasofya. Let's see. Hello. Rotasız wise. Hello. So this is in front of us. We see a very famous Turkish bath, hammam. It was built by one of the Sultan's wife, one of the most famous Sultan in history, Süleyman the Magnificent. Süleyman the Magnificent is the most famous Sultan in Turkish history from 16th century, and this bath, hammam, was built by wife of the Süleyman the Magnificent, Hürrem Sultan. Hürrem Sultan, originally she was from Ukraine. They say her real name was Roxalana. Some books says different names. Anyway, she's very famous because there's a very famous Turkish TV series in Turkey, Magnificent Century, Sultan. It is a very famous series. In Latin America, many countries they watch it. Also, many countries in Middle East and Greece, Bulgaria. Yes, this hammam was built by wife of the Süleyman the Magnificent. It is now a famous spa, very luxury spa, beautiful. And now we see Ayasofya. Yes, Ayasofya is one of the oldest building here in Istanbul. One of the old temple actually. It was built before Prophet Muhammad was born. It was built 537. There wasn't any Muslims in the world when it was built, and it was built by Justinianus. Justinianus was the Roman emperor, and of course it is the third building. It was built 3 times on the ruins of previous building. 2 times it was destroyed with a big revolt, and this is the last one. And it was used as a church 1000 year Greek Orthodox Church. And later in 1454, when Turkish people conquered the Constantinople, Ayasofya was the property of the emperor, Roman emperor, and it became a property of the Turkish Sultan, and he turned this into a mosque. And this Ayasofya, what is important about Ayasofya? Ayasofya was one of the first church was built by government. Because before Christianity in Constantinople, people were pagan. but after they converted in Christianity. So Hagia Sophia was built by government. It's not any local church, ordinary church in the street. But if there's a Sunday service, emperor used to come to that church. If there's a new emperor, he used to have his crown here by the patriarch. So this was a place with the patriarch, official government church. And then it became, after Muslim Turkish people came, it became official mosque of Turkish Sultan. Hello Eleni. So I would like to talk about the Hagia Sophia's building, how they build it. I show you the Blue Mosque. And the famous hammam of the Hürrem Sultan, Hagia Sophia Hammam. Let's walk behind, on the side of the Hagia Sophia. The area we are looking now, there used to be palace of the Byzantine Empire. Grand palace, big palace of the Byzantine Empire was here. Now they are doing archaeological park. And the entrance of the Topkapı Palace in front of us. Let's see if you saying anything. Return me to trip I made in Turkey. Monique, yes, reminds me to the trip he made in Turkey. Istanbul still so great. Thank you. I am glad you like the city. So I would like to show you the Hagia Sophia. And there are more things to talk about Hagia Sophia. I am going to tell you now, but I'd like to show you the pendentives. And look, you see, when they built Hagia Sophia, Justinianus wanted to build the highest dome in the world. And on that time, Hagia Sophia dome was the highest in the world. Not anymore. They built St. Mark Basilica, St. Peter's much higher than that. But on that time, this dome was the highest dome in the world. However, let me show you the dome. 2 years later, they built it in 537. Dome fell down. They made the highest dome in the world, but 2 years later it fell down. So throughout the history, this dome was built again and again, many times. It was restored and rebuilt. Finally, when Turkish people turned the Hagia Sophia into a mosque, to make a mosque, they built this minaret. Okay, I am showing you. This minaret was built first to turn it into a mosque. But because Hagia Sophia dome was not stable, it was staying and unstable. This building, this minaret, made the balance really bad. Turkish Empire in the 16th century, we have got a very famous architect in Turkish history. It is called Sinan. Most of the famous buildings in Turkish history was built by Sinan. Sinan built other minarets every corner to keep the balance of the building. And also Sinan built these flying bactuses you see outside to support the building. If you go to Hagia Sophia, if you go upstairs, you can see many columns are leaning, and all these dome, the weight of the dome push the walls outside. The building is not stable for many years, and that's why there's always a restoration in Hagia Sophia. Always there's a metal scuffle inside because dome is not stable. So in 1938, when the Turkish Republic was founded, Hagia Sophia was, by decision of Atatürk, he decided to turn Hagia Sophia into a museum. When we go inside after 1938, we could see the names of the Allah, Muhammad. and picture of Virgin Mary and Jesus, it was together in the same building after 1938 till today. And today our current government decided to use it as a mosque again. One thing I forgot to tell you. By the way, in 1204 there is a big war between Orthodox Christians and Catholic Christians. When we look at the history, we see wars between Muslims and Christians. There are wars between the Christians and there are wars between the Shiites and Sunnis. There are wars between the Orthodox and Catholic too. This church was taken by Catholic Latin invasion, and it was turned into a Latin Catholic church. So you see that one of the oldest building in history here, and whoever takes power, they turned it into something they want. It was built as a Greek Orthodox church, and then it was turned into a mosque, and then it was turned into a Catholic church when it was Orthodox, and then it was turned into a museum. Now it became a mosque. Finally, we will see what happens in the future. So, Hagia Sophia is very powerful and strong, witnessing every changes in the history. Everyone comes and goes, but Hagia Sophia is still here after the wars and everything. Okay, now we came to Topkapı Palace. Topkapı Palace, you see, and let's talk about this. I hope you come. Yes, we will be very happy to. Yes, if you come, we will be very happy. I hope all the people come and visit our country and Istanbul. We are happy to have all the people here visit our beautiful country. And this is a fountain, very beautiful, pretty fountain. This was built in 18th century. But when we talk about the fountain, you see, on that time nobody had water in their houses. Water was something you get from outside on that time, on that century. Before Ottoman Empire till 16th century, no, they don't have running water. They have got cisterns. But the Sinan, this famous Turkish architect, he brought water into city, but not into people's house. Still, water taps and the fountains were outside. People used to go outside, carry the water to their houses, like that one. And in the 16th century, water came. Before, they have got cisterns. Of course, 16th century water came, but not everyone's house. And Topkapı Palace is very big. It's like a small city inside Istanbul, 700,000 meters square, with lots of courtyards, buildings around it, another courtyards, buildings around it. This is the one of the gates, one of the 7 gates around the Topkapı Palace. And nobody lives here now. At the moment, it is a museum. Before the First World War, Istanbul was the capital of Ottoman Empire. And after the First World War, Ankara became the capital. So all the official buildings of the government now is in Ankara. Istanbul, all the old palaces of Ottoman Empire are museum now. Now I am going to get inside the Topkapı Palace, but there's a security check. I will leave my bag and the camera into X-ray. 1 minute. I am very sorry, but please bear with me. I have to leave my camera into the security X-ray. I am very sorry, apologize for that. Okay. I put all of you into the X-ray. How did you feel? You were inside the X-ray, all of you. Julian, yes. Hello, Julian. You are asking me what is the temperature now? It is around 30 degrees centigrade degree. You mentioned wars between the Orthodox and Catholic Christians. You please name one. Do not say it's crusade, because there are not. Been to Istanbul 100 times like the city. Next time I am going to Asian side. Yes, Anna Maria. Hello. Yes, please, if you come visit us. One of the war between the Catholic Christians and Orthodox Christians is the Crusade, Fourth Crusader in 1204. When the Latin invasion, they came and they took all the valuable things from here to Venice. For example, three golden gilded horses in front of St. Mark Basilica in Venice. They were taken here in the Crusader War. In the Latin invasion, it was taken from here. There are many other things. Okay, let's talk about here. I don't know how is the light. So in the Topkapı Palace, approximately is Ottoman Turkish alphabet taught in schools in Turkey. Now I am going to talk about this too. Now after the First World War, with the Atatürk made reforms, we started using Latin alphabet. Before, Turkish language was written with the Arabic letters. Atatürk changed it to Latin alphabet because many Turkish sounds didn't exist in Arabic letters, and many Turkish people were not able to write and read. This is what it is thought. So Latin alphabet, even Latin alphabet letters were not enough to write Turkish language, because many sounds didn't exist in Latin alphabet too. For example, we have got O with the dots is and it doesn't exist in Latin alphabet. And we have got S with the tail, it is she, it doesn't exist. And we have got soft G, or we have got which doesn't exist in Latin alphabet. So that's why when they made the new alphabet after the Civil War, we changed the Latin alphabet from Arabic letters, but also they borrowed some letters from the Sweden. At the moment in Turkey, we have got Latin alphabets, but if you like to, we have got the religious schools you can choose to go, and if you choose to go to religious school, you can learn Arabic. And we are very international. If you want, you can go to German high school, French school, and we don't only have Spanish. I wish we had Spanish schools too. For example, there is American schools and also French schools, and all different kinds of schools. There are options, and also you can send your child to religious schools. There is one option for every family, whatever would like for their children. Okay, now let's talk about Topkapı Palace. And Topkapı Palace, nearly, I said, maybe I can turn it a little to myself. I am also reading your comments to give answer. Is Hagia Sophia mosaic wall patterns are covered or only covered during prayers? What happened? Watching from Meerut, India. Hello, Suresh. Hi from Istanbul. Okay, let me talk myself a little bit. Hagia Sophia at the moment, because people are so excited it became a mosque, what they did, they covered with the curtain, and they said when it is prayed, first they said when it was going to be prayer time they were going to cover, and after the prayer they were going to open. At the moment it is covered with the curtain, and then what is going to happen next we don't know. We wait. We will see what happens, and what nothing else we can do. And watching from Avignon. Hello. Very nice to see you. Thanks for coming and watching here, Istanbul. Okay, so in Topkapı Palace, 7,000 people lived. Who are they? Parliament members, Janissaries, soldiers, and the servants, and there are all the important people. They were inside these walls, and the normal public used to live outside of the palace. You see nearly I am sorry, by the way, I said wrong. I want to say 5,000 people live nearly, not the 7,000. And this is behind me, you see, this is a church, Aya Irene Church. Aya Irene Church actually was built in the Roman time. So when the Turkish people conquered Constantinople, they didn't turn this into a mosque. They built the palace around this church. They used this as an arsenal to keep the gun collection of the Sultan. And now it is a museum, also concert hall. Important concert like opera, jazz, not Lady Gaga. It's a now concert hall. And here, for example, you see there's behind me, there is another building. Look, this one. This was a place where they mint the money. Coins were made here. They mint the money. Okay, I turn it again on the other side. India, Australia, United States, France, Turkey, Greece, Italy. We are connected from lots of places. Thank you all. I would like to... Okay, so I am showing you where they mint the money. Government money was mint here. Okay, and here, that side, all the walls I am walking, this is the place where they the bakeries they baked for all the people. 5,000 people lived inside the palace. Yes, Turkey, Ottoman Empire, most powerful time of the Ottoman Empire is 16th century. Why? Because they conquered Europe till the Austria. Hungary was getting inside the Ottoman lands with one war. With another war, Hungary was getting on the side of the Austria. So 16th century is the most powerful time. The Ottoman Empire was ruling Hijaz, North Africa, and the Holy Land. But after 16th century, around the 19th century, Ottoman Empire lost the power. Why? Because when it was powerful, Istanbul was in the end of the Silk Road. And it was also later when the steamboat was founded, industrial revolution started, Ottoman Empire started losing the power, economy became very bad. When the First World War started, Ottoman Empire didn't have any power anyway, so Turkish Empire went to war on German side and lost the war. After Turkish Empire lost the First World War, all the Turkish land was colonized. And then Atatürk was a soldier in the army. If you come to Turkey, Atatürk is like a Gandhi, very famous man. You can see his picture, every money coin, every book, statues everywhere. He said we should start a civil war to be independent. And hello from Ankara, hello. So Atatürk started the civil war, but the sultans didn't want to start a civil war. Sultans were in Istanbul, and Atatürk started his war in Ankara. And then Atatürk got some supports by some of the soldiers in the army, and some of the politicians started supporting Atatürk, and Atatürk could win the civil war. After he could win the civil war, what he did? He exiled all the royal family sultans outside of the Turkey. Yes, now I am walking towards another entrance. If you come to Topkapı Palace, this is the place where you get inside from the ticket booths. You can see the towers where the soldiers were waiting, and we are entering the second courtyard now. You can see the monogram of the Sultan on the right side and the left side with the Turkish flag. Here there's another security. I have to put the camera and my phone again in the X-ray. If you are interested in Hungarian relics in Turkey and Turkish relics in Hungary, please check this page. Yes, of course I would like to, but I am very interested. I hope after the tour I would like to check out. Hi Ildiko. Thanks for watching and thanks for suggesting the link. And I would really like to see Hungarian relics in Turkey and read about it. And now there's an X-ray here. I have to put my camera in X-ray. Yok zaten koyacağım rehberim. Tamam X-ray'e koyuyorum. Sonra çıktıktan sonra şuraya çıkacağım. Tamam mı? Yanlış bir şey yapmak istemiyorum. I have to put this in the camera. Hello. Pardon, şuradan geçebilir miyim? Sağ olun. Now, how are you everybody? I put you in an X-ray. How was it to be inside the X-ray machine? And now we are in the third courtyard. In the third courtyard, we have got kitchens here on the right side. Big kitchens they used to cook for 5,000 people. And on the left side, we have got a harem. Harem is really big. We have got only 1 hour. I wish I could go to harem and show you around it, but I think it's going to be a very long tour if we do it. Maybe next time we can go also inside the harem. And on the right side of the harem, we have got the council court. Council court was a place where the people came, parliament members, they had a meeting 4 times in a week. But now there's a big restoration. Let's see the kitchens. Kitchens on the right side. Kitchen was not a place only they were cooking. When you talk about the kitchens, look, hundreds of people work in the kitchens because they are cooking for 5,000 people lives in the palace. There's one part of the kitchens they used to make soap with the different oils. And there are lots of doctors work in the palace. Some part of the kitchen, some doctors with the herbs, they were making medicines. And another part of the kitchens, they used to make perfumes with the different herbs and oils. And because hundreds of people work in the kitchens, when you enter the kitchens, you can see official buildings where they were keeping track what they need to buy, how much they spent for which vegetables, what they bought, how much they spent. And there are dormitories of the people who worked in the kitchens. And also there are places where they cooked. But some part of the kitchens, some part of the kitchens they were cooking space only for the Sultan's family. Some part of the kitchens they were cooking only for the servants. Some parts they were cooking desserts. So palace was also a very good place for everybody to have a job. Lots of people worked in the palace too. Actually, I am thinking, should I go inside the kitchens? Maybe it will be very late. In the kitchen at the moment, what we have got exhibitions of the plates and cutlery. Okay, let's go finish the palace. If we have got a time on the way back, we will come out from the same place anyway. I can show you inside. In the exhibitions, filming is forbidden anyway. Okay, this is the third gate of the palace. Third gate. And this courtyard, let's turn. This courtyard was open for public. For example, if anyone came, brought meat, vegetables, or people used to come in and out of this courtyard. But after this gate, only the people lived in the palace were allowed to come and enter this gate. Other people, public, it was closed for them. And this is was the flag of Ottoman Empire. And again, on the right side, on top of the gate, on the left side, we see monogram of the Sultan. Now, this is the place. If there's any foreign ambassadors, visitors, they came to see the Sultan, they used to come and see the Sultan in this room. But of course, before they came, they go to another room, and then later on they come here. There used to be exhibitions of the thrones. Now it's closed, but only one of the thrones they had. One of the thrones, they put it here in exhibition. Majority of the exhibition, filming and photo is forbidden. Only this is free. Hello. Hello, everybody. This connection is really bad. I lost the connection. And when I moved to that part, connection came. I hope everybody is here. Hello, everybody. Is there anybody here?
Used to be a palace. Used to be guards everywhere.
Hello, I am very sorry. I lost the connection. In Topkapı Palace, some parts we don't have any connection. I am waiting if we will be back. 13 people. Hi, everybody. Are you back? Topkapı Palace internet connection sometimes is not really good. Did we lose some people? Hello. We are back. Now, yes, who is here? Yes, 18. Hello, Ramazan. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Abdullah. Thanks for coming, everybody. I am sorry. I lost the connection. Topkapı Palace, some part we don't have a good connection. Sorry for some part of the palace we don't get a good connection. That's why we lost the connection, and we are back. Hello. Hi, Nepal. Hello, Bharat from Nepal. It's very nice to see you. Yes, okay. I am going to talk about the third courtyard a little bit. Let's see who else is here. Yes, Nabil, hello. How are you, Nabil? Nice to see you. Let me turn it to me. You can see me a little bit. Hello, Mariam from Dubai. Nice to see you. And yes, I was talking about the Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire, when they were ruling the empire, in the places where they conquered, on that time there is a slavery. In the world, in most of the continents, they used to sell, you can buy the people. So, but here the slavery was a little bit slightly different. For example, if they conquer, let's say, Greece, Bulgaria, Romania, and Georgia, they used to bring these children here, but they pick up the children with the special intelligence, not any child from the district. And these children, they were turned, they converted in Islam, and then they changed their name. They grown up in an Islamic Turkish education, and in the future, these children work for the government. And most of the famous people, we call them pasha, politicians in Ottoman Empire, actually they came from different places that Ottoman Empire conquered, but they don't know where they come from. This is the way how the Sultan wants these people's life devoted to the Sultan only. And they don't have anything else in their life, only Sultan. But they also are in the parliament. They rule the empire together with the Sultan. Of course, Sultan is the only power. For example, Sinan. Sinan was one of those children. He came to the palace as a slave, and he lived in the palace all his life. And yes, I am not moving that side because the connection is really bad on the other side. Okay, sorry about connection, really. So this is the Sinan is one of the most famous Turkish architects in Turkish history. But when you look at the Sinan's life, some people says he was Greek, some people says he was Armenian, and he came to the palace as a slave. He lived in the palace all his life, got an education in Islamic Turkish education, and in the future he became imperial architect, and he built all these famous mosques and all other buildings in here. Hello Colombia, Marta, hello, nice to see you, thanks for coming. Nice to see you, Mariam. Hi, Abdullah. Hi. Okay, let me, because the connection is really bad in the palace, I continue, I turn it the other side, and when we see the Bosphorus, I finished the tour. It's almost 1 hour anyway, okay? But I would like to show you the beautiful view of the Bosphorus too. Yes. We are seeing the you see, not all the palace was built in the same time. Some part of the palace was built in 15th century, some part was built in 16th century, some part was built in 19th century. For example, this building in front of us, it was built in 19th century. You can see more Baroque and Rococo because the fashion of the architecture changed. Even if we go to Harem, for example, where the bathrooms the Sultan's mothers used, every Sultan's mother, they like different they had a different taste. They changed the paintings or decorations of the hammams. Now this is the, let's see the view. So this is the Bosphorus, Asian side. We are in European side, and in front of me there is an Asian side and the Bosphorus. On the right side we have got, this is the direction of the Marmara Sea, Mediterranean, and in front of us it is the Bosphorus, direction of the Black Sea. Let's go a little bit further. Yes, here. But this is the Bosphorus, Asian side, European side. Many people say, if we go to Asian sides, do we need a new visa? Do we need a passport? Or the people look different, more Asian on the side? No, actually it is the same city, same country. But just when you go to Asian side, for example, if you drive, eventually you would come to the borderline of the Iran, Iraq, and further Asia. But from here where I am now, it is European side. If I go to drive, I can come eventually to borderline of the Greece and Bulgaria and Europe. And the Bosphorus Bridge in front of us, I don't know with light how much good you can see. And here we have got the walls of the Constantinople from ancient city from the 5th century. And lots of public ferries. As I said, majority of the people live in Asian side, they work in European side. In the morning, lots of people come from Asian side to European side by public ferries to work, because most of the works are in Europe. With the public ferry, it is just 20 minutes. And also between Asia and Europe, we have got a metro underground, under the water. People take a metro across the European side. At night, everyone goes back. Okay. So now I am. Let's turn the. So now I am going to finish the tour. We came actually to in the end of the Topkapı Palace. There are more things to see. But hopefully, maybe with another video, we can make different places. It might be Istanbul, and it might be another part of Turkey. We have got lots of other places to see here. And thank you for watching. I am very happy you are here with me today to watch this. Thanks for joining me. And I will say goodbye now. Bye bye. From Istanbul. Take care.